Welcome back to Factorio Megabase-In-A-Book. My name is Nilaus, and we are continuing here. You may have noticed that I missed an episode at the midweek intersection, but that's because Captain of Industry and Riftbreaker was there, so I felt that was more important to get that out, and instead of having 3 videos in one day, that just seemed absolutely insane. So I hope you can bear with me. Check out those games, those videos. They are absolutely amazing games, and something that is definitely coming more of on the channel here. Now, what happened? Well, what are we going to do today? Well, we are going to deal with this mess because we just fired up 7,500 science not too long ago, and then we are now in the process of figuring out why is it not working, or is it about to blow up in our faces, because it might very well be. For example, here, why is nothing moving? That is because no, it's fine. They're all busy. Right, so that is so weird. Like, there's a little burst here, and then nothing. Okay, but everything is working. I just think they needed attention. They were just a bit attention seekers. So anyway, I want to say thank you to the patrons who are supporting the channel and also supporting in order to sort of continue the series. What we're going to look at today is trying to get a sense of, if you have a megabase, what the hell is going on? What can you use for monitoring, and what kind of conclusions can you draw? Now, we did have, at the end of last episode, we had a problem with stone bricks. And that's actually the first one I want to show, because it's very interesting. So let's have a look at, we look at this overlay here, and we go to see if we can find stone trains, stone brick. So many stations. 855 trains, 1,231 stations. Yep. Just keeping it all in line. So there are now, you can see these two are the same and these two are the same. So let's have a look at this one. This looks good. Things are coming in. This is the unbalanced one, or not unbalanced, but not balanced. It's coming in from here. Actually, let's take these out to get a few frames back. It's coming in. It's being balanced here. So if it's balanced in, then it shouldn't be needed to be balanced out. We have 10,000 here, we have 31,000 here. When it gets to 32,000, then it'll be open for another train coming in. Let's see that coming in. But the important part is that I'm not balancing it after the production. So if everything is working, then it should not be necessary. Come on, you can do it. 32, lighting up. This one has 0 of 1. That means there are 0 trains inbound, but there is available 1 train. If you're in trouble with this, shouldn't there be a train coming in immediately? Well, let's go down here again to find our stone bricks. There they are, and we'll look at the other location. So what about this location? What is that one doing? This is definitely a problem. This is definitely a problem. So what has gone wrong here? Well, if we see here, there's 115,000 here, and there's 108,000 here, but the train is still filling up. That means because it's 115,000, this station is open because it's more than 32. So a train should come in, being loaded quickly by all of these, and then go out. But you can see this part over here is not loading. This part is not loading. That means these trains think they are coming in here for a quick load and go out again, but they're not. And that also means that this here could have gone to the other location, but it's saying, yeah, you know what, this is going to be done in just a second. But it's not. It still needs 7,000 more loaded, and this one needs 9,000 loaded. What the hell went wrong? At some point, because this is the unbalanced one, at some point you can see here, this is stuck, and it's because I'm sort of leading it on here. For some reason, the middle ones must have been stopped at some point. Or, oh, look at that. It might also be the fact that this is just ever so slightly slower. I wonder if that could actually lead to, well, it could lead to some of it, right? But the problem is definitely that these are full, and they're also getting full down here, very, very close. But the middle ones are empty. That means it's only going to fill up the middle ones at the rate that it's producing. So I need to go here and shuffle things around to sort of make it more evenly, and then we'll see a much nicer distribution here. So we're going to jump on a train and head there. So I'm now down here, and that was an absolute mess to shuffle this around. But what I've done now is I have made sure that it's even. Instead of having 115,000 in here, then in these front and the back, then I've spread it out so that there's pretty much about the same on either one of those. And that means it's much easier for trains to come in. And they will be coming in and they'll be loading and then be heading out. So that was definitely one kind of issue that we will see. Somehow this got unbalanced. I mean, if this was on Twitch, I would know that it's because something has blown up. But on this this setup, I think it might be related to that, or you know, I have no idea. But it might just have been sort of while constructing, something was only halfway constructed, and that has sort of improved or increased. So let's head back to our Home Depot, and while we are driving home, we can look at the dashboard again. So here we have another thing. So we have the most severe one is the fact that yellow does not have any science there. Why do you not have any science? What is the holdup? That is green circuits. So green circuits, let's look at green circuits, because I know green circuits, I've also listed that on my list of oh no's. So let's take a look at green circuits as well. Let's look at our own dashboard, because that will reveal some important things. This is about the supply. How much do we supply of greens? Well, the answer here is 12 stops have green full loads of 64,000 green circuits just ready to go. That's an insane amount of green circuits just sitting there. Like, how much? 12 times 64,000. Yeah, we have 768,000 green circuits just sitting there waiting to be picked up. So this is the difference between supply and demand. And we are, it's iffy at best, I would say. Iffy at best. But that means we have now a demand. Here we can see there's plus 13 green. That's the green one. The green signal is the provider, and the red is the demand. That makes sense, right? So right now we should have plus 3. We have plus 3. It's getting better, but there's still a problem. Why do we have so many green circuit supplies that is not here? So what? Let's have a look. That is what we're going to do here. We're going to see this. We have 26 stations that want green circuits. So let's have a look at what that means. If we look at these ones, I wish we could get this thing here. I want that as a dashboard. This is brilliant for managing megabases, but I don't know how to do it. So that might be some little workshop thing we can do at some point, because this gives me all the information. Actually, half the information. The other half comes in a bit. 7, this means there are 9 stations that are open, and there are 7 trains that are assigned to these 9 stations. So that means we have 2 open stations that don't really have anything assigned to it. Super, super good dashboard here. But with this size, it's just kind of flooding. Because, I mean, this one is not relevant to have in the... I want to select the stuff I want in my dashboard. So here we have 1 assigned to nothing. That's because it is currently in the process of unloading. Here, for example, we have... thank you. We have... this is a genuine... Well, not a problem yet, but it will be. 89,000. This says, I'd like 1 more green circuit train coming in. Well, okay, you'd like that. But you're not getting it, because it says 0 trains allocated to 1 train. Oh, now 1 got allocated just as we're looking at it. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. So we're seeing that it's somehow working. Now there's 9 out of 9, 10 out of 9. 10 out of 9 is not a problem. It just means that, for example, here there's 1 waiting. This means it is okay, we should also... This one here. This one. It is currently unloading, but the train station does not request any more stops or any more trains. So this is just being unloaded, and then it'll go out. So that's also giving us some information here. But this looks kind of okay. The fact that we are not seeing... We're not seeing any... Oh, here, this one could take 2, but there's only 1 inbound. So it's not really severe, but there's still something I don't like. Let's have a look at the other end of the spectrum here. That's this one. This one has 3 out of 3 trains. And this one has 0 out of 3. So at this location, this provider, we are actually having a train available. A train could come in here, but no one is coming in. That's a problem, right? I think that's a problem. There. While this one, why is that one so damn busy? This is waiting to go out, but no one's going out. But then we have 2 empty trains stuck behind. God damn it. Why? Why not? So this is probably because this train is just the one that's furthest away, so therefore it never really gets chosen to be the one that goes out. Nope, it's not. It is broken beyond repair. Huh. That's a broken train. And that blocked 1, 2 of the 3 trains. And how many trains we had? We had 16 before. Now we have 17 trains, and one of them was actually broken. That is super interesting. So that was something we could have seen if we went over here. That one is a specific train that only services the blue circuit. I'll allow that. That is still a problem. Here we have a problem. Damn, this is good. This is good. Because not only that, this is a full train that will go to a station that... Oh, I'm mixing it up, though, am I? Yeah, I'm mixing it up. So what I'm doing here is... Where is that station? That station should be changed. Okay. Because what okay, let me try to explain it, because that's really weird. This is kind of a legacy thing between a residual. We'll not fix it until we've seen what the problem is. So here we have, I'm going to enable the recipe so we can see. For each of these builds, I need quite a bit of red circuits. Actually very, very close in the number of red circuits, 120, and I'm producing 123 here. Glorious. So I want this one to be dedicated. Because it's dedicated, I also wanted to sort of have a dedicated green circuits coming in, but it's not though. This one is just a normal green circuit coming in. And what about this? Here it's also a normal green circuit coming in. What about here? Normal green circuit coming in. But there is somewhere that I'm not saying the green circuits are normal. That one. That station. I have one station that is incorrect. There we go. As soon as we do that, we fix it. So this means the red circuit is dedicated to the purple signs because it's very close to a 1-on-1 match. But I didn't want the green circuit to be dedicated to the purple signs. I just want the green circuits to be flowing. And that had currently blocked 3 trains before and then 2 more trains. So that was 5 trains that were just stuck. And if you only have, as we had 17 trains or something going there, then obviously that is going to be a problem. Yeah, now we had 15 trains and now we have 17 trains on this schedule. If we only had 15 trains and blocking 5 of those, or 17 trains blocking 5 of those, that is a big percentage of trains that are being blocked. That is definitely the reason why we were having issues here. This is interesting. Is this correct? Do we think that's how we want it? Yes, it is. So that's a dedicated over to the space signs. We could also make it dedicated here, but I really don't think so. I'd rather have it sort of in a common pool. And what will that... It'll probably take a bit of time, but I think that we'll see immediately that green circuits disappear. Damn, I love it. I love the fact that it actually works. What I don't love is the fact that we have the stone bricks still coming in. That is really weird, isn't it? Yeah, so this has 33,000, this has 66,000, but that's 1 of 1. This is 0 of 2. That's pretty obvious, isn't it? We don't have enough trains. So we are back in the base, and I will take 2 trains, send them out, and send you out. And that should then fix that, I hope. Because if we look at stone bricks, we are providing 3 trucks here. But down here we are requesting 3. So hopefully there is a match between them. Otherwise we'll just add one more location. It's not a big deal to add one more location. This is just raw stone. We can always take something like this and add another stone brick production facility to it. That might, no matter what, might actually be a good idea to do that. Anyway, let me set one up. I think I'll set it up over here, and then we can make sure that we have enough stone bricks. There's no point in running it this close. So here we have the new stone brick foundation or construction, and I waited with hooking it up until we could see it. Just go in here, and well, you could say that it actually now this one is going to be slightly faster. As long as it's just slightly faster, that's not a problem. I also noticed that this problem we had with the missing thing was also available or also present at the other locations. So now we have 3 of these stone bricks locations, and they're all working correctly. They've had this issue fixed. So now we have 6 trains with 6 stops. You know, I think I'd like one more. 2 more trains here. So I'm going to copy, and then I'm going to go back to the hub, and then go 2 more out. I don't know if that actually will be feasible right now, but it'll definitely be feasible soon. Okay, they are not not feasible right now. Because this is not getting up there. But that I think that'll work. So that will solve the stone bricks. Now, I did also see plastic, and I saw some iron problems. The copper thing is just mind-boggling, but can't cope with that one right now. Now let's look at the iron build. And actually, I think we can. Let's head home, and let's look at it from the map. So we have to investigate every single one of these and figure out why there's a problem. I believe that we fixed, first of all, the green circuits we fixed. We are now I'm going to call this fixed the stone brick done as well. Both because there was an imbalance and not enough trains, and now we also added more capacity as a whole. So definitely 3 good things to fix. Why do we see iron? We just built a monstrous amount of iron, and it should have had time to balance. Well, let's look at this. I have trains available like no one else. Why is it not working then? Wait for it. Wait for it. Yes. If we compare it to one of these up here, of the old ones, they have this little weird thing that is for monitoring. So I forgot to put a monitoring for this part. So if I take this part and then smash it down into this location, it should be fitting exactly if I can place it like this. It fits. Okay, that was not necessary, but that doesn't matter. The problem is it's not getting built. So I'm going to get my spidertron to go down here and fire this up. This will let it know how much iron we actually have, and that was 1 iron. Then we're going to do the second, because as you can see, it's pretty obvious that we have tons and tons of iron available. Up, what is that? And there. Ah, okay. And that one, and the next is here. I want to do it from the map view. It's much easier. Oh, that's upside down. Still. Good. That's 3. And then we have the 4th one. That's going to be this way. Maybe. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's it. 4 new iron deposits. Let's fire this up, and then once we've done that, we can see that how much of an issue this actually is, or if it is at all. And so the blinking has stopped, and we have now built all this with the spidertron. And what is the result? Well, let's take this one for example. The summary of this is that it adds 2 more to the network. Okay, and let's see. This one has 7 waiting trains, and you can see the trend here. It was a monitoring issue and not a actual supply issue. This one doesn't have anything waiting. That's interesting. And this one probably has, yeah, this has a lot because it's the one furthest away. 9 waiting. Okay, so what if we look at our dashboard at this moment over here, we now have the supply of iron is 23 stops positive, and we are requesting minus 11 and plus 24. No problems there. Now, onwards to the next problem, right? Onwards to the next. Why do we have plastic problems? The stone thing is still bugging me, but I know that it's working better because these 2 trains have left the station and they are now being filled here. Look, there is no stone problem. It's simply because there's not demand. All of the stone we have is now being put into trains that are standing here ready to go out. So I actually have 3 trains standing full, ready to go out. So I am not worried about this. This one is now even idling here. Funny how it's not going into that. Oh, that's something else is coming in. Oh, there we go. Yeah, so we can definitely see that there's enough stone as well. So it'll just take a bit of time for this to go out of the list. But if you look at this one, now the blue, I'm just ignoring that to the end. But we are going to look at the plastic now. Well, we did build plastic, so why the hell is it? Oh, it's the same thing, right? It's the same thing. For some reason, the one I copied from, it was the template built in my blueprint and not the one that I'm using here. So we are going to go back up here and find the monitoring system like that. And then apply it down here as well. To the 1, 2, 2? Only 2 more plastic? I guess only 2. What? Really? Was it only 2 plastic I built? I felt like I spent like an age doing that. Oh, 3 more plastic. Okay. Well, it still feels like an age to sell. Damn, that took a while. That's 1. And easier to do from the map view. Everything is easier to do from the map view at this point. And that 1. Pretty important to align it properly. Ah, come on. There we go. As long as I press it without hitting shift, then I know it's going to work. Okay, and let's get our spidertrons to go here. So this has been set up as well. Also remember to hook it up back up to the line here. This location down here has 1 contributing with 1 standing train. Let's have a look if that makes sense. Yes, there's 1 standing train here. And let's look at the other one here. This one is contributing 3 standing trains. 1, 2, 3 standing trains. I love that it's actually working, this monitoring system. This one has contributed 1 standing train, and that's here. So all in all, just added 5 standing trains to the network. And oh, come on, there we go. There we go. I mean, prove me right once in a while with this. So what do we have in terms of plastic? I am requesting 2, and I am providing 7. So it's +5 right now. And those are the +5 that we basically had before. So what we can see now is this looks good and glorious. Now, stone bricks are still weird, right? I'm gonna have to check whether it's because... no, they aren't. It's clearly not a real problem. It's a monitoring problem. And these ones are going into the network, yep. And if yeah, that's the furthest one down here. Where are we at? We're at 31,000. We're at 31,000. Well, when this ticks over to 32,000, then we have another train available. And when we have that extra train available, that will settle it once and for all, because then we have a train here that's full plus another load here. Good. Now that's open. That's open. That damn well better remove that stone bricks. Come on. It's so weird. What about here? This is at 31 and this is at 31. Okay, so if nothing else, I'll just wait for these two to tick over to 32 as well. If they tick over to 32, then I will know that there's absolutely no problem. But I have 4 trains standing. I can also look at it in a different way. I can look at it from here. Stations. We go down to stone. This is how we want to monitor things. There. We have 5 out of 4. Standing, 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 standing. That's good. Standing means that it's at the stop, it's full, and it's ready to go out, but it can't go out. So I have 4 of those standing, and then I have 1 that's heading into to be loaded. Yeah. 6 trains. 6 trains? 6 trains? Didn't I build 2 more? Oh, that's stations. Yeah, okay. Trains, of course. Trains would be on this dashboard. There are 8 of those trains. Where are they at? Heading to, standing, heading to, standing, 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 standing. Yeah. This one heading to, that is... Oh, this is a problem, actually. This is a real problem. A genuinely real problem. Because this can't go out until there is a station open. This kind of indicates to me that there are too many trains here. Because if I look at here, this will have to get up to 64,000 before it ever even opens for the next. Yeah, I mean, eventually it won't be a problem, but right now it's actually one of the most severe problems we are seeing right now, and that problem is the fact that I can't. Let me see if I can explain it. Okay, I have a full train that wants to go out, but it can't go out because there's an empty train that wants to take. They basically want to swap places, but if one of them has to move first in order for them to switch places, and that actually is starting to cause an issue on our purple signs here. That one, I'm going to retire you as a train of the line. There we go. You are coming in and being retired. I really have too many trains at this point for this part to work. So let's get that back online. So that's pretty severe issue. I can't believe we still have plastic coming up. I mean, seriously, plastic? Seriously, plastic? What did I just do? 7 minus 7 plus 5. Damn. This was supposed to be like, at this point we don't have anything left except for the blue science. Okay, I can now remove this damn train here. That's so much in the way. Get you out of there. This whole thing was supposed to be fixing a number of issues, and then at the end we would see that everything was just honky-dory. But, well, it is megabasing, so that's not the way of the world. Let's look at the last of the items. I do believe that plastic is solved generally. I do believe that stone bricks is solved generally. Why do we still have issues with the blues? Let's have a look at how much. I have 9,000 here. I have 16,000 here. And what about the other ones? I have 5.3. Oh, there's some very low numbers. 7.8. Wow, they're all low numbers. I'm kind of hoping that one would be like, yeah, that's almost ready for another one. Yeah, that actually looks like we are not getting enough blue circuits, right? How many blue circuits do we actually request that we don't have? Just 1. Okay, so we have 0 provided and 1 requested. That's not great. Okay, this one should please stop. Please stop complaining about that. Oh, man. Okay, blue circuits. I know that I'm cutting blue circuits really close. There is one thing I can do, and that is adding 1 more blue circuits. If I do that, then can we just agree that blue circuits are forever done? I don't know who I'm agreeing with. The Factorio gods. There. Let's build this one, and then it'll be fully operational and functional and happy. And once that's done, I can't imagine we'll ever have any problems again. Of course, it's going to draw out a lot of green circuits as well, but we'll one thing at a time, one thing at a time. Let's build this. And here we are. This is built, and we are starting to get the materials coming in. This is glorious. I do love the look of those lines just spreading out across a base. There's nothing more beautiful in Factorio than 8 lanes of green circuits just spreading into a build. That's just the epitome of beauty here. Now this is also going to be just straining the green circuits a bit, the red circuits a bit, subsequently also the copper and the iron as well, just for a bit until we get it going, until we get it stable. Because I know that I calculated that it was stable, but it's only like slightly stable, right? Because it also depends on how many modules I use, and I do use quite a bit of modules. So I have now 7 of these. So yeah, 177 blue circuits per second. I don't think that's... I mean, how is that not enough? What can we say? How is that not enough? This one is 1 of 1. Okay, so 1 train is coming in. That's the red one coming in right now. Beautiful. And that should get started on another build of blue circuits. This is going to take like maybe half an hour before we even start seeing the impact of this change. Because it actually, when the first one comes in, it'll just sort of add 1 load, and each takes, well, how much was this? This was 25. Yeah, so if I have on a train, I have 32,000 divided by 25. That's 1,280 seconds. That's 21 minutes. So it takes 21 minutes to fill up 1 train. That's why it takes so long for me to realize whether I have enough or I don't have enough blue circuits. But now I just build an extra one. Just get on with it. Get it done. Right. So we have more blue circuits. And obviously the blue circuits are not going to be here. But copper now. But those stone bricks, those are annoying. I know for a fact that it's not a problem. Like, look at this. They're standing idle here. But only when they get really high up here will they start realizing that it's not really a problem. But okay, we can conclude. Stone is just a monitoring that just hasn't stabilized yet, but it's definitely not a problem. Copper is now becoming a problem. That's not a big surprise because we added a lot of iron and a lot of plastic, which is now working. And I just added something that draw a lot more green circuits in. So copper is expected to be the next thing that also needs to be scaled up. I hope this was a useful guide on how to monitor your Megabase. I think that these dashboards are super useful if you have set it up with train limits. Maybe I should do like a masterclass on this one. Let me know if you think that would be interesting, because these numbers just tell, like, between the unloading station numbers and the corresponding where's that? Cool. This loading station here, it just tells me that it's not a problem, right? It's not a problem. Like, look at this, 64 available stations here, and there are 4 of them assigned. Okay, that's good. And over here, they're basically all assigned. Yeah, that means we could probably have a few more trains throwing around here. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed it, and I hope that you remember to subscribe. I can't imagine anyone watching it who's not subscribed at this point. And of course, thank you very much to people who are supporting me on Patreon. It is absolutely phenomenal. I really enjoy it. I really appreciate it. It is really what keeps this channel going. So thank you to everyone who has that opportunity. And I know not everyone, and that's perfectly fine. But the people who are, thank them if you see them, because I do. Thank you. And until next time, take care and stay effective. Gotta see it.